Hi. It's Tina from CNC Designs. Happy Monday. How are you? I hope you all have had a fantastic Monday. As usual, I am going to be pulling us up on the page. Going to take care of some housekeeping issues. We are broadcasting live tonight from two places, here at CNC Designs as well as from the Crafting Network. So just give me a second. Let me see if I can pull us up and we can get started. Tonight is Magnolia Monday, so we will be crafting with some Magnolia stencils. I am a Magnolia stencil design rep with the Magnolia Stencil Design Company. And each Monday, I go live showing you the product and different and various ways of using it, in hopes that you will come along on the Magnolia train and join me. Hello, Miss Patterson. How are you, my friend? So tonight I'm going to be showing you the craft club for this month, and we are going to be crafting with it. So this is your craft club. Craft club is a monthly subscription that you can join on my page at my site, and each month you will get a box chock full of goodies to be able to make an amazing craft project. This month's project is all about St. Patrick's Day. So with no further ado, I'll show you what I have in the box. You get this awesome stencil that only comes in Craft Club. You cannot buy the stencil anywhere else on my site. Only members of Craft Club are lucky enough to get this stencil. It also comes with 2 tea towels and with our tea towels, you're able to make your own personalized tea towels that you can hang up in your kitchen. Our tea towels are very, very generous in size, really big, so they don't skimp on the size of the tea towels. You also get inside, I have a bunch of stuff in here that's not Craft Club, but you also get an instruction sheet that shows you pictures of how to put the Craft Club project together, as well as if you are a person that likes to learn through video, you can scan this barcode and watch a video. But this is what your project will look like at the end after you have used your stencils on your tea towels. You also get a pack of ink, because this tea towel set, after you create it, it has to be heat set. So we use ink because ink does not wash off. It is permanent. So that is what comes in your kit this month if you join Craft Club. I will be putting the links to Craft Club at the end of the live in case you like what you see and you are interested in getting this month's Craft Club and joining. It is a 3-month commitment. At the end of those 3 months, if you choose not to be a part of Craft Club any longer, you can decide to discontinue. But I assure you, if you join, you are not likely to discontinue. Hello, Jen. How are you? Thank you for joining us. I'm sure you've probably got me shared out. And again, I thank you for all you do for us. So that is the Craft Club, but I am going to show you a different way to use the Craft Club stencil. I don't really decorate for St. Patrick's Day in my house, so I'm not going to decorate those tea towels just yet. I will decorate them, but I will likely be giving them away, probably as a gift away on my page, because St. Patrick's Day is not really a holiday that I decorate for in my home, so I have no need for the tea towels. So I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to talk to you about what we're going to do with this Craft Club stencil for now. I will be doing a couple of St. Patrick's Day themed projects because my daughter is a teacher, so I will be giving them to her to decorate in her classroom. Hello, Miss Mays. Thanks, Jen. Thank you for sharing this out. And guys, I am also a presenter now in the Crafters Hive. So if you are not following the Crafters Hive, make sure you hop over there and follow that page where you can see a bunch more crafters. And if you are a crafter, you definitely want to join the Crafting Network, because As a member of the Crafting Network, you will also be able to be seen in the Crafters Hive. So we're going to be working with some things I've gone ahead and done. I have created this little cute shamrock hat out of some cardboard. It's backed on cardboard. So we're going to embellish that. We're going to decorate that. And our surface for tonight is a 8 by 10, I believe it is, wooden frame. It is reversible. We're just going to be using the flat side. We're not going to be using the recessed side tonight. Hello, Tris Hinton. How are you? And we're gonna do some fun things with some hearts. I'm gonna show you some little whimsical things you can do with those extra hearts. We're gonna be making a little shamrock with some of those extra hearts that we all have left over for Valentine's Day. And hopefully this will be a fun project and one that you will be interested in trying. I will be dropping the printable for the shamrock hat in my comments. So if anybody wants to have it and use it and create their own project, you can. So let's get our surface ready. You all know, even with Magnolia Stencils, I like to embellish my surface. I like to be able to have a lot of other things peeking through. I just love the layers and the different dimensions. So we're gonna be working with my favorite, one of my favorite stamps from IOD tonight. We're gonna be adding some crackle in there. We're gonna be adding some paint splatters in there, some paint scrapings, and then we will add our stencil. Thank you, Miss Patterson. So here is our IOD crackle stencil. This comes in 4 parts. It is from IOD, Iron Orchid Designs. I'm trying to see if I still have the package so I can tell you the name of the stencil. It is called the Vintage Textures Stencil. This is definitely a stamp that you want to have in your crafting arsenal. It comes with 4 different types of stamps. It is definitely worth the money. We're going to be using some Tim Holtz Distress Oxides tonight. We're going to be working with Peel Paint, and we're going to be working with Rustic Wilderness. All different types of greens. We're going to be using some Distress Oxide sprays. We're going to be using some stickles, just a lot of stuff. So I am going to ink up a little bit of this crackle stamp with the Rustic Wilderness. It is a darker green color. And we're just gonna randomly place that around our board so that it can pop through and just have another element of texture showing through. Hi Jane, how are you? Thank you for joining. So I'm just popping it around, not really caring about where it lies because again, all I'm trying to do is just add some more dimension and some more texture. In addition to that, we're gonna pop some word stamp in the back and just have a lot of fun. I am looking for my black soot because I do want to pop some black in the background as well. We're gonna fill this surface up with texture before we put our stencil down. Hello Lisa, how are you? Thank you for joining. Okay. So you're not gonna see a lot of this, but it will be peeping through that stencil, so that's why I like to do that. That is what we have so far. And that looks like a really cool crackle that did not take a lot of work. That's what I love about this stencil. I like to try and clean my stencils as I go along, my stamps as I go along. So I'm just gonna get a wipe here. Try to take off some of that ink off of this stamp. Okay. So Let's put that up. How's everybody's day going today? How was your Monday? Mine was pretty good. It's pretty cold outside. I have a child that is turning 25 years old tomorrow, guys. I just can't believe it. I'm like, where did the time go? I have a 25-year-old. Can you believe it? So we're gonna put that away, and now we're going to add some words. This is, I don't know where I got this stamp from, honestly. I buy so many stamps and I've had this for quite a while. It just has some little script words. Can't really read what it says, but we're not going for that. Again, we're just looking for texture. So we're not gonna be able to read these words anyway because we're going to apply our stencil over top of all of this stamping. Hello, Lisa. Did I say hi to you? And again, I'm just randomly popping this down any and everywhere. It doesn't matter. I'm not really inking a lot. Doesn't matter if it fades as I go throughout the piece, because all we want to do is just provide some texture. Again, with the black soot, we're going in, and I am putting some black in there because I will be probably using some black Posca paint pens and just adding some more visual interest. I love creating my own background, so I think that's what appeals about this to me, is because it reminds me of creating my own background paper. Definitely something that is unique that you won't see, and I just love kind of just doing that kind of thing. Yes, definitely getting old, T. So again, here is our stencil that we're gonna be using. We're gonna do some edging around here because you know I don't like to leave those edges plain. I'm gonna try that tonight with our palette knife, as well as I'm gonna try something different with a little piece of a sponge, believe it or not. Hello, Levada. And no, this is not a Magnolia surface. I got these from Michael's. I believe they come in like a 6 or 8 pack. But Magnolia does have a surface that is similar to it. They do have an 8x10 surface. I just have been trying to craft my stash. So it actually is all wood, and I have base coated it in all white chalk paint by Waverly, and we're gonna be not using the recessed side, we're gonna be using the flat surface side tonight. Hello, Gail Richards, how are you? Thank you for joining. So I really think this is a cute stencil. I love the Lucky going all through there with those shamrocks. And let me just put a little bit of heat on here just to make sure that ink is dry. It looks like it's dry to me, but I am gonna be putting the stencil over, and I don't want to lose that texture in the background. So we're just gonna heat set that a bit. And we're gonna be applying our shamrocks in green with our Magnolia paste. This is a new stencil, so I am going to fuzz a couple of times. This size of this stencil is this is a 10x10. Magnolia stencils are screen print stencils, which means you can use them multiple times over and over again as long as you care for them properly. They are durable and you can use them in multiple projects, which is why I like to go live with them, to show you that you can use them in various ways and get so many different looks from the same stencil. So I'm just moving it over. I want to see this lucky word. Let's see where our hat is gonna lay, because it is going to be, I think I want to move this down first here, just so that I can be sure to get that lucky word in there, and then I'll piece it where I want it. Okay, so we're gonna start here, and then I'm gonna go up. Yeah, because all of these other luckies will be kind of covered. So we're gonna be using our peppermint leaf chalk paste tonight. Yeah, the shelf sitters are amazing. This one can stand on its own like a shelf sitter as well. And while Magnolia has surfaces on sale, this might be a good time, especially if they put them in bulk, to stack up and get them in bulk, especially if you teach classes. I'm hoping that they put them in bulk, because at least that the shelf sitters, because I really would like to get me one or two so that I can have a bulk of them to be able to use for classes. I thought I had a squeegee here, guys, but I don't. I mean a stir stick. So let's get a stir stick out. This is where I keep all of my Magnolia tools in here. Try to be somewhat organized, but you guys know that. That's hit or miss with me. Okay. Oh, I dropped some there. I didn't have like what I think is a shamrock green paste, but you know what? I'm gonna work with what I got, because I'm determined in 2025 to craft my stash and stop buying a whole bunch of new stuff. Use what I have, and then we can talk about purchasing some new things. So we're just gonna quickly go over. A little bit of paste goes a long way. Just move it over to the empty spaces. Pick up the excess. We do need just a tad bit more here. I'm just gonna pick up that excess. And now we're going to reveal our surface. Let me get some water, because we do want to use it again to fill up our top part. Yeah, definitely. You have to, because if you're anything like me and you'll just keep buying and buying and buying, and then you'll have 3 and 4 of the same things. I've certainly been known to do that, so I'm trying to craft my stash. Okay, sit this to the side for a sec. And let me show you what we have so far. I just love it. I love all of that background peeking through. I think this is gonna be really, really nice. I'm gonna try and dry some of this, because then I wanna turn it upside down and go to the top part and try and add some of that stencil up there. This is a really cool stencil for it. And like I said, I don't decorate for Valentine's Day, for St. Patrick's Day, but this is cool. I really like this. Oh, thank you for those hearts. And like I said, I will put this shamrock hat in the comments. This printable, I'll leave it, a link to it in the comments that you can download it and save it on your computer and print it out and make something similar for yourself if you'd like. I'm looking at these shamrocks and I'm trying to decide if I want to go over the side with them. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna set that right there for a sec. I'm gonna get my backing sheet and I'm gonna put it here because I want to try and clean that stencil a bit because I do want to use it again. Let me see if I can get some of this moisture off before I bring it over there to my backing sheet. Now, normally we would go to the sink and we would wash this, but because we're live and we want to use it again, this is the easiest way that I have found to do it, is to get some antiseptic wipes and take most of that paste off. So that you can use it again. It does make a mess. You do use a lot of wipes and paper towels, but that's part of going live. And you want to make sure that you are not using baby wipes, because from what I understand, I believe it's the lanolin in the baby wipes breaks down the adhesive on your stencil and it will not allow it to stick much quicker. So you want to make sure that you are not using baby wipes. I'm going to try and clean that off a little bit. Now I'm going to turn it right side up. Try to get any more paste that may be lingering around on the back. The other challenge is getting it dry enough, and that is where these awesome Magnolia tacky towels come into play, because the gray side allows you to be able to whisk away moisture from your stencil. So I just like to sit it here in the gray side and just tap it, because that allows this towel to absorb some of that moisture. Hi Lisa, did I say hi to you? Thank you for joining us. Let's put all of this stuff away. So now I'm just gonna flip it over to the other side. See, I got a little, and dry this side that was hanging off the towel. Try to get some of that moisture out of there. I've seen people using a dryer. I don't do that because I'm afraid that it's going to stretch my stencil, the heat. I guess you probably could use, you know, your heat tool like this and have the heat go through, but I just use my tacky towel. Hello, DIY Dreaming. Oh my goodness, what an honor. Guys, if you are not following Heidi, let me tell you, Heidi is a Magnolia stencil design rep, and Heidi is awesome. Heidi does such amazing products. Heidi and Jennifer at She's Crafty USA were the two people who introduced me to Magnolia, And I tell you that Heidi is certainly just a real vast amount of information in terms of project ideas and just showing you really how to get the bang for your buck out of these Magnolia stencils. So hop over and follow DIY Dreaming. Hello, Paula Henry, how are you? Thank you for joining. So I think we got this pretty dry. And we're gonna bring our surface back. And I'm gonna attempt to add some of these shamrocks to the top of my stencil. And hopefully it won't look like I've missed too much. I think I'm gonna do that. And we'll keep moving. Thank you, Heidi. I tell you, I had great teachers. You were one of them. I learned so much from watching you. Okay. We're just gonna pull up a little. I don't want to go too much. I have some already down, so I don't want it to be too repetitive over what we already have. But we are going to be using our shamrock hat, so hopefully if we have some little imperfections, that will be covered up with our shamrock hat. I just want to clean this a little bit because I don't want my paste to get stuck there. And now let's pull this up and see what we have. Okay, I think I can live with that. Let me put this face down again. I'm gonna spritz that so that that paste can release itself. And let me give you guys a look-see at what we have. So that's our surface, and you can see all that stamping in the back. You can see some of that crackling back there. I just love all of that dimension. It just really, really does good for the piece. Oh, you lost me for a few minutes. Hello, Miss Fanning. How are you, my friend? So we're just gonna put a little bit more heat here. And then we're gonna sit that off to the side and let it dry off on its own some while we go and embellish our shamrock hat. And guys, I don't know if you have paid attention, but I do have a 6-week art challenge going. The inspiration word for this week was hope. And I just put up the new word for week 3, and that word is wild. So I encourage you to join me if you're a crafter, creator. Just join me in the art challenge. It's just a way, you know, to use a prompt and just kind of get out of the process of prepping and planning and just doing what comes to mind based on that word prompt. It's been a lot of fun for me. I love doing it so far. So if you don't have a lot of stuff on your plate, join the craft challenge. Challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone, do something different. I'm hoping that that will enable me to get ready for mystery box challenges, because as a creator, that's one thing I have not done. I don't know if I can do that on the fly, but hopefully this will get me prepared to be going on that path. So this is our shamrock hat. Like I said, I created this in Canva. I will put the printable in the comments so that you can be able to print it out if you want. I backed it on cardboard. And I did tear a little piece off here because I do want to add some green paint just to bring in that dark green color and just tie it all in together. So with that said, we're going to be using forest green by Deco Art, and I'm just gonna be embellishing up in that little piece where I tore off some cardboard. So I'm gonna just give us a little dab here. And I'm going to take a little sponge. It's a kitchen cleaning sponge that I cut up that has that little scrubby side on the back. And I'm gonna try first with this little scrubby side. I'm gonna try just tapping some color in there, seeing what that does. If I don't like it, then I'll go more in with the sponge and see what else we can do. So that's what we have with the scrubby side. I think I am gonna use the sponge side just to see what it does. This is all about experimentation and just going with the flow. This paint looks a lot darker in the bottle than it does when it comes out. I'm noticing. So I do see those pieces of cardboard in there, and I like that, and I've gotten some off onto the edge, and that's fine with me because you guys know that I'm all about edging my product, my pieces. I do not like my pieces to not have a edge on them. I just think that it really defines the edge. So with that being said, we're gonna bring back our Rustic Wilderness Distress Oxide, and we are going to edge our piece. Hello, Miss Fagan. How are you? Thank you for joining. And I'm just going around the edge of our hat. We'll probably add some black in here as well. We may even take that sponge and add some of that green paint on there as well. So it now is starting to develop some character. Before it was just flat. It looked like it was just a piece of paper that I stuck to the cardboard. And what we're trying to do is to give this little hat some character and some depth and dimension. So I'm gonna stick this sponge in. I'm gonna dab it off some because I just wanna go just around the edge. I don't want to paint the hat with it. I just really want to define the edge of the hat. And I will go in a little bit further on in some spaces, again, just to give it some more dimension. So, what do you guys think so far? Hello, Karen, how are you? You guys like this project so far? I love, love, love the way this dark green is really making it pop. So that's what we have so far. Thank you for those hearts. Now you can see we have the buckle here. I printed 2 of them and I did another buckle because I want to give it a little bit more of a 3D kind of look. So I'm going to again take my sponge and go around and just add some color to that. And then we're gonna look at layering that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna raise it. I thought about maybe putting some type of piece of wood or a popsicle stick or something underneath it. I don't know yet, we'll see. And I just backed it with a manila folder just to give it some more character. I'm thinking just to leave it like that and have these 2 ends popping up and just seal it down in the middle is where my mind is right now with that. And definitely I need some splatters of paint here. So we've got our green. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that green down. I thought about even maybe just doing some, either the crackle or, yeah, you know what? I think we'll add a little bit of the crackle. Let's see. What did I do with the stamp, guys? Oh, here it is. Might as well. Let's see. I like to add those various elements of dimension just so your eye has something else to follow. If this green is not as prominent as I would like it to be, I'll just go back in. That's pretty good. I was going to say I'll go back in with some black, but I like the green. So let's go up in here a little bit. Let's add a little bit right there. Let's add some more. Let's see if I can put some right here. Yeah, that was the ticket. That definitely gave it some dimension. I hope you can see that. I really, really like that. Now this piece is starting to come to life for me. Let's add a little bit down here. It seems a little lonesome. Thank you for those hearts. Let's move that. Let's put this here. And let's add a little. Let's see if we can get a little bit right there. Oh, there was none there, so. Okay. We'll go back in and add some more if we need it. The other thing I wanted to do, let's get a little bit of our green paint, and we're gonna bring in, you guys know I love my gold, my folk art metallic gold. We're gonna put a little bit of that in, just so we can do some scraping. This one is definitely getting down to the wire. Let's set this to the side for a second because I do want to go in on the surface as well and add some of that. I really want that lucky word to show, so I'm gonna put the hat a little cat-cornered. And I think I'm gonna use more of the gold on the surface simply because we've got a lot of green already. And it doesn't matter to me that is going over some of our shamrocks or some of our words. I am doing this because honestly, I would have loved to have some of those little gold coins that I've seen in Dollar Tree, but I don't have any of those. And again, I'm trying to craft my stash, so I was not gonna go to Dollar Tree thinking that I was just gonna come back with some gold coins, because I know me. I would have went in there and I would have bought a bunch of other stuff that I don't need. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to mimic that just with some gold paint. And so far, I like what I see. So this is what we're gonna have so far. The hat is not down yet, but this is what we're working with. And let's just get some heat over here. I do think I am gonna add some splatters. I have some oxides in various shades of green. Not really sure how they're gonna come out, but we're gonna go for it. And we're gonna see. Sounds like you, Miss Fanny. Yeah, I said, no, I need to be honest with myself. I'm not gonna go on Dollar Tree and just buy gold coins and come out. So let's not do that. We're going to try some either peel paint. I like cracked pistachio, but it's more of the blue-green kind of color, so I'm not sure how that's gonna translate. So we're gonna go with the peel paint first. The Twisted Citron is more of a kind of a lighter green, almost in the chartreuse family. So I'm not sure if I want that. This is definitely not a dark green, but it is in the green family, and I think that will be okay by adding a few splatters. I'm trying to aim it where I want it to go, but splatters are just that. They're gonna do their own thing. So, you know, it's like the kids say, you get what you get and don't throw a fit. I definitely got a lot all around my pad. That's for sure. I don't know. Let me see this cracked pistachio. Just put a few of those in there. Yeah. Might as well use them all three, right? See, the twisted citron is a little bit lighter, but you know, they're all greens, so I don't think it's gonna be horrible. And again, for me, it's all about dimension. I definitely think I want some type of splatters on my hat, but I think I'll do that with paint. Yeah, it's definitely a hit or miss with me as well. I tend to get more splatters on everything else around my table than the actual piece. The other thing that would have looked nice is probably some gold splatters. Because I don't have those coins. But you know what? We can try a little bit of those on the hat maybe. While we're here, and I do have some paint left here, I'm definitely going to address my sides. It's too white. It looks like it has been abandoned, so I don't want that, and I'm going to attempt to do something about that by just, and this is not doing what I wanted to do, so we're going to go back to our little spatula. Oh, it's not really a spatula. I don't know what you call this, palette knife. And we're gonna add some scrapings on here, and that gold and the green, and I think that that is going to help me achieve what I'm looking for, so that these edges don't look abandoned. That is really, really nice. I like that. So we're just gonna go around, and we're going to apply some of these scrapings. No particular order, just want to get it down and make those edges look like we deliberately paid attention to them and didn't forget about them. Wow, that's a good idea. I wish I had some of those coins, and I'm sure I have some in here somewhere. I just don't know where they are right now. Yeah, I would love to use one of them to see if I could get away with it as a stamp. So that's what our sides are looking like. I really, really like this. It's very artsy to me, very eclectic. I just love using this method. Very artistic looking. And it does not take a lot of effort and or product. So that's the other good thing about it. Just random paint splatters or paint scrapings. That's really, really good. Now this looks finished. What do you guys think? Hello, Sandy. Did I say hello to you? Thank you very much. And please share with me when you do. That is definitely my goal, is to be able to inspire you guys to just try it. You know, my motto is, if it doesn't come out right, if you don't like it, first and foremost, no one knows if you made a mistake, because it's art. It's one of a kind. There's no such thing as a mistake. It may not come out the way you pictured it in your head, but if you're ultimately not satisfied with the piece, you can always just paint over it and start over again. Okay, so I think I might be able to touch this without worrying about disturbing those sides that we just added some paint to. Yeah, I think this is going to be very, very nice. Now let's pay attention to this middle here. I love glue sticks, and where I can, I will use a glue stick all the time over a glue gun or Mod Podge or any of that other stuff. It works for me. But you know, I am gonna put this down with the glue stick, but I will apply a couple of dots of glue simply because I want this to kind of stand up a little bit. And because of that purpose, I will put a glue dot or two down just to make sure it stays in place. So there you see it has that kind of dimension there on both sides. I like the way that looks. Now we have these three little hearts that, you know, again, I'm trying to craft my stash, so I was playing around with these hearts. I was looking at these shamrocks. I said they look like hearts. Let me see if I can mimic that and make a shamrock out of my hearts. And I'm thinking if I did something like this, that's a pretty good shamrock. What do you guys think? So I'm thinking maybe up here, I don't know exactly where yet, but let's paint these hearts green. And we'll probably edge them with a little bit of gold. And we'll see if it makes the cut on the finished piece. Let's get a little bit more. Was this the green paint? No, this was the one that we were using. Of this green paint down here. And this, I am just gonna take this sponge and just kind of dab some paint onto these hearts. So that's one over there. I'm doing it with the sponge also because the sponge makes it look a little textured. And again, you guys know how I feel about texture and dimension. So any way that I can do that, I'm all for it because I just think it's cool. So now we've got our hearts covered. And I'm gonna dry them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this piece. I'm gonna ask my daughter if she wants it for her classroom. If she doesn't, I'll put it up and see if somebody wants to buy it. Maybe I'll put it in my Etsy shop. I don't decorate for St. Patrick's Day. I just, you know, I love the stencil. It was in Craft Club this month. And I knew I didn't want to make tea towels because that would be the only green thing in my kitchen. So I said, let me think about what else I could do with this stencil that would be fun. And so here we are. So now I want to see if I have a little bit of that gold paint left on my palette. Not enough. I want to do a little bit of just scrapings across those hearts. Not too much, but just to bring a little bit of that gold in. this paint is definitely at its end. I do have another bottle, but I want to make sure I get all my money's worth out of this one. Okay. Hello, Karen. How are you? Thank you for watching. Yeah, I love the sides finish. It just makes it look so much nicer to me. So we're gonna just scrape a little bit, not too much, and I'm gonna try to not put it in the same exact spot on the hearts, because the idea is to join these hearts together and form a shamrock. Yeah, I think that's cute. The other thing that I have here is I have this little piece of paper that I cut out of my second hat that I used to get the buckle off, and made a little tag with that. So what I definitely want to darken those edges up, and I want to stamp, I'm going to write and stamp "Shake Your Shamrock." Don't ask me where I got that from. I don't know. It just sounds cool. Which is another reason why I want to bring that shamrock in to the picture, because I'm like, okay, shake your shamrock. And I mean, there's shamrocks in the background. I'm just gonna run it across a little bit. Again, just adding some more dimension. I hope you guys can see that. And the tag, and I just cut a piece of that green that was on the hat that I wasn't using after I took the belt off, and I backed it on to a piece of manila folder, and there we are. So I have shamrock here on my little stamp, and I am using the IOD Apothecary labels. They come with a whole plethora of things. This is this style typeset, and then we have some labels that you can actually put the stamped words in. Here's another style of typeset, and there are some more labels. So this is another fantastic product from IOD that I think is well worth the money. I have a whole bunch of other stamps. I have clickable stamps, but you know, I like these because they're a little bit bigger than a clickable stamp font. So that's why I chose to go with those. Now, I did not make this big enough to actually stamp the whole "Shake Your Shamrock." I mean, I guess I could, but I'm not sure that I want this tag to be that long. And I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna also crumple the tag. So, because you guys know me, I love to scrunch things up and just, again, give it some more dimension and some more movement. So I figure, my glue is coming out. I figure if I do it this way and write some of the text, then I don't have to worry so much about it all not being seen. And you see, I'm just scrunching, having fun. And I do see that I did move my edge up a little bit off of my manila tab. Not a big deal. Just going in and cut it down some more. I'm gonna see, I think I have a black marker here, a Sharpie of some sort. If not, we will go with the pen, and then I'll fill it in when we're done. Let's see where we're gonna put this shamrock. Okay, I was gonna say this is backwards. I'm holding it wrong. So let me, in my handwriting, which is not that great, but we're gonna go for it. Shake And then we'll stamp Shamrock down here, and we should be good. Yeah, it's awesome, Miss Fanny. It is awesome. Hello, Margaret. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for joining us. Feels like I need some more ink in my black pad. I have, no, that's ground espresso. I thought I had 2 of them. Maybe I don't. Well, let's see. You know what? I do have another black pad here. So, yeah, that one looks like it definitely is inking better. I'm just gonna try and apply some pressure here. See if I can get that down good. There we go. So there you see my little stamp, my little tag. I want to go back in just a little bit more. What I think I'm gonna do is, okay, I have my little makeup sponge to help me add some more edging on here. Not quite sure where I'm going to put this yet, actually, but we'll continue along and we'll figure it out. Okay, so now let's bring our hat back. Again, like I said, I know we want to have it off catty corner. I don't like anything straight up and down, so that definitely is not going to work for me. I did not bring my tight bond, so I am gonna apply this with just some hot glue, likely. And I think I wanna go around a little bit more and darken this, just because I want it to pop off of all those shamrocks in the background. And because this is on cardboard, I do want to see how much of that cardboard edge I can cover up as well. And I'm going to go a little bit onto the piece, a little, just to add a little bit of that black in there. Much more defined. I like that. I can see that all around here. Need a little bit more on the top for me. Now we can see that better. Yeah, that is definitely speaking to me. Okay, let's get some hot glue because I don't have my tight bond. I think the hot glue will work. If not, you know, if I can lift it up when we're off live, then that tells me that I need to add something a little stronger, and then I'll just go in and apply some tight bond. But for right now, we'll put it down with the hot glue. Hopefully it won't dry by the time I get the rest of this applied. Okay. Let's put this back in the holder. So what do you guys think? Anybody like this? How was your day today? What'd you guys eat? You guys are awfully quiet. What you guys make for dinner tonight? So this is what we have so far. I really, really like this. It's so cute. Hello, Annette. And those edges are just amazing. I really, really like this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, James. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So now let's look at our shamrock. I'm gonna put these hearts. We're gonna form our, this definitely, I know you all got some leftover hearts from Valentine's Day and probably thinking about what you can do with them. Make some shamrocks. I'm gonna put a little stem here. I was thinking to use, I had it. Let me see. I had a little strand of pipberry here. I was thinking to use one of these, this pipberry wire, and that'll be my strand for my my little shamrock stem. So where do you guys think we should put this shamrock? Should this shamrock be right there where it is, or should I move it up a little bit, up into this corner of the hat? What do you guys think? Up here, or should we move it down some more? Chicken pot pie, oh my goodness. Sounds amazing. Where you guys think we should put this shamrock? There or here? And there is one printed there. I thought about bringing it further down, but I felt like that would be interfering with the belt by the time I added with the buckle, by the time I added a stem. So what do you all think? Top, a little bit more here. Let's try and see if we can get some of this stem. Oh my goodness, okay. I only have my good scissors. Let's see if I can cut with these tacky scissors. Here we go. So I'm thinking, probably could, I don't want to curl it too much. Let's see. Let me see this pen. On the top. Now I've curled this so tight around the pen I can't get it out, y'all. So I'm thinking something like that. Now that I'm looking at it this way, it might look better if I moved it up a little bit. Right there. Where's right there? Or to just on the band to add some more dimension. That's a thought. Let's see. And then I feel like something's missing up here. I feel like there's a lot down there, and it would be something missing up here. I think we're gonna go with right here, guys. And then we still have this tag that I have not thought about where I was gonna put that, honestly. Maybe that'll go somewhere over here and I can add like a little brad or something there. Can you guys see that? Let's go with that. Oh, almost knocked all of these, what do you call those? Ink pads on the floor. Okay, put that one there. That one there. I like the little added dimension of the gold on there. Now this might be a task. I don't know how I'm gonna, let's see if that's gonna work. Let me use these Stencils bottle. And I got the Stencils because I'm thinking I might add some of that to the stem. Hello, Melissa, how are you? I don't know if I'm gonna keep this stem this long, y'all. I'm not feeling it right now. Let's see if we can add a little bit of this Stencils. Stencils is like a dimensional glitter that I don't use a lot of, but you know, I figure, hey, since we going whimsical with this whole shamrock business, why not? And I'll show you what it does in a second. It does look good on this little stem. And the one thing I do like about it is it's a controlled glitter in that it comes out of this little tip on the bottle. So I don't have to worry about shaking something out on the table and then having glitter everywhere. So that I can tolerate. I hope you guys can see it, how it looks on the stem. So now I think we're just I'm gonna add this tag, and then I think we're gonna call it done. We are 5 minutes over. We should have been finished at 9. If you see anything else, then you know that I was playing around with it some more and I added some more stuff, which is highly likely because that's just me. I'm gonna stick that right there. And here we go. That is our St. Patrick's Day piece made out of our Craft Club stencil. This whole background is all Craft Club stencil from this month. You get in your kit, you get that stencil. You get 2 tea towels to be able to make you some tea towels for your kitchen. And as I have shown you tonight, you can do something like this, which is entirely different. If you were someone that decorated, this would look amazing in your kitchen with your tea towels. You do something like this, you're all set for St. Patrick's Day. And this, because this is a box, it can definitely stand up on its own. So you can stand it up on a kitchen counter. My table is lopsided. You can stand it up on your kitchen counter and it would be amazing. So I hope you enjoyed what we've created tonight. I hope I've inspired you. And like I said, I will leave links to the Craft Club in the comments. I will leave the PDF for this stencil if you for this printable so that you can create your own. And please share with me anything you make. As always, I thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys again on Friday, maybe possibly a couple of other times this week. In any case, I'll drop it on the page. In the meantime, you guys take care of yourself and take care of others. Be good to yourself and be good to others. As always, here are some hearts from my heart to yours. Thank you for joining, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.